What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Neko Fluttershy, and today, I feel like I need to mention something about YouTube. And that is old YouTube versus new YouTube. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, old YouTube was infinitely better. Yes, it was. But why is that? Why exactly is YouTube better back in the day rather than it is now? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So just sit back, relax, allow me to play some Minecraft and on the 360, and let's talk about YouTube and why it was better back then than it is now. Let's start with the obvious, the website itself. Back in the day when YouTube first started, up until a couple years ago, it's been really noticeable in the last few years, but I mean, back in the day, YouTube was this awesome website. It still kind of is, but not as much as it used to be, obviously. That's the whole point of this video, why YouTube is better back then than it is now. But, you know, YouTube actually cared about their content creators, and they were like, you know, youtube.com, broadcast yourself, and all that stuff. I don't know for a fact, but I don't think the broadcast yourself part of YouTube is there anymore. I don't know. But if it is, that's a complete lie, actually. Yeah, you can broadcast yourself, but yeah. Now, the problem lies with the fact that YouTube, they change a lot of shit that does not need to be changed, and they cause more problems than they can solve. And the fact that they don't listen to their fan base at all. They don't listen to their content creators. They want to fuck up more shit. They want to ruin more people. They may not say it. They may not flat out admit to it, but you know that's what they want to do. You know that's what they're trying to do. Putting all these ridiculous rules that fuck over a lot of content creators and don't really give them the chance. Back then, anybody could be somebody. You know, anybody could be who they wanted to be. They can form themselves a persona, if you will. Like, for example, Kid Icarus plays a lot of, you know, PlayStation games, and, you know, Matthias, also known as Doper Nope, he and the rest of his crew basically do, you know, unboxings and 10 products that will do this and that. Plus, they branch out and have other channels at High Five Studios that do everything you could ever want, for the most part. They got a gaming channel, they got a destruction channel that destroys shit. You know, they have everything. But, I don't know. I mean, back in the day, YouTube was all about creativity, being yourself, doing as you pleased on the platform, and basically trying to be your own person and not trying to be like everybody else. And actually having good ideas for your content that didn't involve monetization. But now it's a shit show. It really is. YouTube now, you know, the new YouTube, you're lucky if you can actually get through a video without YouTube fucking something up. YouTube now basically, again, creates more problems than it solves. They make all these updates that they don't need to create, which most of the time these updates fuck something else up. Remember when Google Plus was gone? Remember when YouTube and Google decided to get rid of Google Plus? Well, that fucked up everything. Not exactly just YouTube, but all of Google itself. But mostly YouTube. And people suffered because of that. And yeah. So far, where the fuck have we gone since then? Downhill. We have gone so far downhill, it's fucking ridiculous. And this kind of pisses me off because now you if you have to, if you start a channel in 2020, or when all this started, when all these problems arose and continued on, if you want to start a channel now, you have to be basically just like everybody else. You have to play video games that everybody else is playing. You have to basically act like everybody else. You have to basically talk about what's relevant. Talk about Jake Paul all the time, Logan Paul all the time. Talk about these people that you don't really want to talk about, but if you want to get somewhere in life on YouTube and make money, you gotta do that. And also, speaking of making money, that's another problem. Back in the day, it was a lot easier to make money and didn't have to worry about demonetization quite as much. But now, it's like anything you say or do on YouTube can get you demonetized. Oh, you said a curse word. You said fuck. Oh, we have to demonetize you. Oh, you showed cleavage from a video game. Oh, demonetized. Oh, you talked about politics. You talked about war. Blah, blah, blah. Demonetized. You give your opinion on, anything. And that's kind of the same way with a lot of social media, not just YouTube, but between YouTube and Twitter, goddamn. But you give your opinion on something, demonetized, plus the whole world will kill you. Death threats aplenty. And for a while, there's a rumor that YouTube was actually going to, which I wouldn't put this past them. YouTube was apparently going to demonetize your content if the comments were crazy. If someone said something negative and was offensive, racist, whatever, your video would get demonetized because of that. Because some idiot decided to comment something that wasn't nice or good, or wanted to basically troll and fuck with you. And thank fuck that never came to be, at least I don't think. But just wait, YouTube will do that now. Oh fuck. And this kind of, in a way, brings me to the second part of YouTube now versus then. The old YouTube had a lot of better content, a lot of better videos from the content creators we all know and love today. For example, Smosh. Smosh is one of the big factors. They were the OG YouTubers, I believe. I think they were one of the OG YouTubers and YouTube channels at the time. When YouTube first started, they basically showed their faces on the, Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla showed their faces to the world, and they have been amazing ever since. Well, fast forward to when Anthony Padilla left Smosh, and it just became not nearly as good as it used to be. These videos that they post, yeah, they are okay, they're decent, but they aren't, and this isn't as much of YouTube as it is more nostalgia, but this has a little bit to do with YouTube as well. Somehow, I don't know why, but YouTube decided, oh, well, you need to be like everybody else. But same with Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie. Their older videos are much more better, in my opinion, than, other videos that they did now. I mean, in a way, I do like some videos that, Markiplier does with Ethan, on Unis Honest. And some videos are pretty cool. But, for the most part, they're not nearly as good as they used to be. The channels like Crank Gameplays, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and even Smosh were not as good now as they were back then. I miss the whole video, lunchtime with Smosh when, Anthony and Ian would go out and make videos of them eating. Call me crazy, but back when I first watched that, back in the day, like, I watched this before, I think before I made my YouTube channel. I think, I don't know, wait, how long ago was that? I can't remember. It seemed like forever, so I could be wrong. I started my channel back in 2012, in case you wanted to know. But you know, I remember back then, I watched, you know, Lunchtime with Smosh, and I was like, yeah, I should do that. I should get myself a video camera, maybe a friend or family member, and then just like vlog food of me just trying out food, eating food, and just doing what they do. Because I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was awesome what they did back then. And, well, now it's blah. And I get it, you know, when Anthony left, they wanted to kind of branch out and do other things, but for the most part, they're doing the same shit. Now I get it, you know, when Smosh was good, they were still doing the same shit. You know, Anthony and Ian were still doing things, like, they had crazy adventures and skits. For example, I think 10 years ago, at least at the time of this video, there was a video that Anthony and Ian made called Ian is Pregnant. Like, those kind of videos I miss from Smosh. I miss being able to look forward to watching Smosh upload a good video. But nowadays, it's mostly just, you know, every blank ever, you know, every work from home ever, every annoying quarantined kid ever, or whatever, you know, something like that. And I'm like, is this really what they're doing now? Yeah, do whatever you want. It's your channel, it's your business, it's your company. Do as you please. I'm not stopping you, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just flat out saying I highly recommend you go back to the way things were, because a lot of us, we miss the older videos, the older style of videos. Even if it's just one more video with Anthony and Ian together, just doing whatever it is that they're doing. You know, even if it is just one more video, one final legit video of Anthony and Ian doing shenanigans. Like an April Fool's video where they were just walking. Just walking for however, I think it was like an hour. Just for a fucking hour, they were walking. Just all they were doing. That's the kind of thing I want to see. That's what I miss. And old YouTube provided that. And again, it's mostly due to nostalgia, but there is some things that YouTube has done that kind of push these channels to be where they are now. See, YouTube nowadays, going back to what I said before with the whole broadcast yourself not being a thing anymore, basically if you want to be a YouTuber in 2020, be like everybody else. You want to do makeup and all that shit, be like everybody else. You want to be a gaming channel, be like everybody else. You want to do vlogs and whatever, be like everybody else. I mean, that's how I guess you get views. Talk about people you don't really want to talk about, but you have to if you want to get views and shit. Basically, talk about drama as well, because people seem to love that shit on the internet. I don't know why, but they do. Talk about scandals and shit. I mean, I don't know. Just be everybody else. That's not what YouTube should be. That's not what YouTube used to be. YouTube used to be a place where everybody can be who they want it to be. They can post what they want. They can be creative. They can be their persona. They can be anything. But now, they're all the same. And I've noticed that. And it's the same way with the My Little Pony side of YouTube. You know, I've also kind of noticed that. Where people are copycatting others. And that's not really a bad thing. Because originality and creativity is kind of being thrown out the window right now. It's hard, if not impossible, to find some good ideas that haven't been done to death. And, you know, the video I'm doing right now, I'm playing Minecraft and talking about this YouTube stuff. This is nothing new. people have been making videos and then playing video games in the background while they're talking about other things for years. I mean, Mutahar did that when he was doing his creepypasta ratings, his gaming creepypastas. And, you know, Optimus now, he's doing that right now. And other people have been doing that for years. So this is nothing new. You know, gaming videos in general isn't new. It's all just the same. And, you know, I miss the days where you can post really whatever you want. But, you know, the problem with YouTube now is another thing that's a problem with YouTube now, as it, you know, it wasn't that much of an issue back then, was the creativity. Nowadays, again, with the whole changes, okay, so for example, there's this YouTuber that I love so much, you know, that I love watching and looking forward to seeing his content. He's a really good friend of mine, you know, PK Gam. If you have seen some of the videos I make, I talk about him quite a bit because he's amazing. He's awesome. You should watch his content. If you like Nintendo stuff and in general just awesome, goofy people. But, you know, YouTube is getting rid of basically annotations and stuff like that. You know how in PK Gam, if you've seen some of his videos, if not, I might link a video of his to here as an example. But, you know, whenever he did a video like Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, let's say it was like part 2, right? After the video would be over, you can go back to part 1, or you can do part 3. It was simple, but now you don't do that. It's not as creative now. And, you know, that's the problem, is YouTube is slowly getting rid of creativity. And I fear that in the future, YouTube will be this mindless thing that nobody's gonna want to do anything on because it's so boring and not creative anymore. All the creativeness that people want to do will result in demonetization. You know how some people, like Cinemasker, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, has very colorful language. He says fuck rats and fuck balls and fuck this and fuck that, right? Kind of the same way I do things. Like, I say fuck vagina and all these other things. That's you know, that's what I kind of try to do. I try to do that kind of stuff as, like, in a way, mostly comedy and stuff, but also just because I like saying fuck a lot. You know, what's the harm in saying fuck? There is no harm. Fucking is awesome. But yeah, I mean, and this goes for a lot of people as well. Like, there are people, myself included. I'm a nobody on the internet. I am a useless nobody. Okay, and even I get this shit. So there are people, a lot of people. They, you know, like Jacksepticeye. There are people, like mostly parents and stuff, that will basically flat out say, stop cursing, stop saying this, stop saying that in your videos if my kids are watching. No, okay, I have been harassed on Facebook Messenger because someone, they saw their kids watching my videos, and they said that their son or daughter as well, because there's one that had, that both their son and daughter, both had been saying the same shit I've been saying on my videos. And they said, and I quote, you know, stop saying curse words because my son and daughter watched your videos and now they're saying fuck vagina and all these other things, you know, like fucking shit and whatever. Like, okay, this is another problem with YouTube as well, is the parents. They have their own section for kids. It's called YouTube Kids. Okay? Their own fucking thing. We shouldn't have to censor ourselves. We shouldn't have to stop saying fuck. We shouldn't have to stop, you know, doing things. We shouldn't even have to be a family-friendly channel if we don't want to be, and risk demonetization. But that's the problem, is adults and, mostly parents who have kids, they think that they can just control the internet when really they don't care really who they hurt. And it's like, YouTube listens to them, but they don't listen to the actual content creators that know what we're talking about. So there's all these things about if you say fuck too much and whatever, you get demonetized. If you show some nipples, you get demonetized. You say fuck and you show a nipple, you get demonetized. And you do this and do that, you get demonetized. Well, it's all mostly because of the damn parents. They don't watch their kids enough. And this is mostly the problem with parents, but is also a problem with YouTube for listening to them in the first place. Parents these days, they never watch their kids. They don't care about what they're doing on Facebook. They don't care what they're doing on YouTube. They don't care what they're doing on Twitch or Twitter or anything. Especially YouTube and Twitch. But mostly YouTube. And they really don't care at all, what their kids are doing until it's too late, basically. They let their kids run amok on the internet. They let their kids go on YouTube and watch videos. Well, there may come a time your son or daughter is watching Peppa Pig or Milo Pony or whatever, and then they stumble across a channel where you may think is family friendly, but then they start saying fuck a lot, like me. Like, if you originally if you didn't know anything about my channel, and you saw the channel name Neko Fluttershy, you might be thinking, oh, hey, Neko Fluttershy, that means he likes cats and ponies, especially Fluttershy. He must be family friendly. And then you go on my channel, and you hear nothing but fuck, shit, ass, bitch, you damn fuck, fucking, fucker, fuck, 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 fuck. And you're like, oh shit, this channel's not for kids. And, also that's another thing, they don't even go to the About section anymore. If you go to my About section, my About page, it basically flat out says this channel is not meant for kids, not family friendly, but fuck it. In other words, I don't care. I'm not going to let some stupid parent tell me how to run my channel. And that's the problem with YouTube, is that YouTube is like, oh, your son or daughter, they heard fuck because of a YouTuber, and blah, blah, blah. We're sorry about that. We're going to enforce the rules and this and that. Well, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to censor yourself because of this. This wouldn't be much of a problem in the old YouTube, but the new YouTube, you can't say or do anything without risking demonetization. And that's another problem, because that destroys creativity as well. So long story short, YouTube, I love your platform. I love being able to make videos for my fans and just random passerbys and in general the world. I love making content. I love making videos. I love being who I am. I love yelling fuck all the time and being myself. I love what you're doing. I love watching videos of YouTubers and allowing them to do what they want as well. But there are some problems that you need to fix, YouTube. Your website back in the day, the old YouTube, is much better than the new YouTube because of multiple things. Like I mentioned before, YouTube always updates something, and in that update, it fucks over a couple things, and they always update things that nobody wants or even cares about. So that, along with the whole parents basically taking control of YouTube and whatever, because they don't know how to raise their kids properly, or their grandkids if their grandparents watching, you know. And by the way, if you are one of those parents or grandparents that are one of those people that, you know, complain that their child hears a bad word on YouTube and thinks that technology will prevent them from doing so, fuck you. Go fuck yourself, okay? You need to learn how to be a better parent. You need to learn how to actually parent your children or your grandchildren, okay? You shouldn't let YouTube or the internet or a tablet or a phone monitor your kids. You shouldn't let technology take control of your children or your grandchildren. Basically, what I'm saying is it's your fault that these kids are watching, you know, porn. It's your fault that they're watching adult YouTubers that say fuck all the time. It's your fault because you don't watch your kids properly. And that's another thing, you know, is the fact that these parents and grandparents don't watch their kids properly, or grandkids, that they complain to YouTube and YouTube does something. But they don't listen to us content creators, and yeah, it's a fucked up thing. And also the whole thing about YouTube content creators not being as good as they used to be. That's mostly a nostalgia thing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us can agree that old Markiplier is better than new Markiplier. New PewDiePie isn't as good as old PewDiePie. Old Jacksepticeye and Smosh and other content creators are not as good as newer. Or actually, they're you know, the newer versions aren't as good as newer. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say here. The newer ones aren't as good as the older ones. You know, like I said, old PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Smosh, etc. are not bad. You know, they're infinitely better than the newer versions of themselves. And, you know, and that's not to say that the newer Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie are bad. You know, they're amazing. They're awesome. I love what they do. But it's just that I love watching their older videos. It takes me back to a simpler time. A time where YouTube wasn't fucked up as bad. A time where anybody can post what they wanted without worrying about demonetization or shitty parents trying to talk bad about these content creators because they weren't watching their kids properly. A time where anybody can post what they wanted and have a shot at being original and getting somewhere for that originality and being themselves. A time where, you know, we can be each other again. We can be who we've wanted to be on the platform. And we don't have to be and didn't have to be like everybody else. That's the kind of YouTube I want back. That's the kind of YouTube I want to see. And let's not get started on the trending shit. You know, PewDiePie deserves to be trending. You know, maybe number one. Because look at him, he gets all the views. You know, and he's way better than all that fucking news things. No one cares about the news. I don't go to YouTube for news like CNN or NBC unless it's something I care about. Like, showing an article about kittens. Okay, I might watch that. But a random just article about whatever, I don't care. Just fuck off with that shit. Stop making that shit trending. Make PewDiePie trending. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, people that actually deserve to be on trending. And the algorithm is also really fucked up, and that's part of the whole trending thing is the algorithm. You know, the YouTube algorithm is really fucked up. It's been that way for a while. And again, the old YouTube, the algorithm is better back then than it was now. Yeah. With that hiccup, I am done with this video. So let me know in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on old YouTube versus new YouTube? Do you think the new YouTube is better than the old YouTube? I'm fine with that, you know, I'm cool with that. It's your opinion, you can have it. I'm not gonna be like, you know, Kim Jong-un or Donald Trump and be like, oh, you can't have an opinion because this is the internet. I'm not gonna be like most of those people. But yeah, I know I piss off a lot of people and I don't care. This is my channel. I post what I want. I will piss off whoever I want. But yeah, I mean, do you think the old YouTube is much better than the new YouTube? Do you think the new YouTube's better than the old YouTube? Do you think they're equally as good? Let me know in the comment section down below. And that's it for this video, guys and gals. If you like this video, give this video a like if I was fine too. Also, I apologize if you're clicking. I'm playing Minecraft like crazy. I always do this. I don't know why. I always click. I don't press and hold. Because I miss a block. Ah. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys and gals. If you like this video, give this video a like if I was fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Also, our random oak plank. Peace out, people, and bro.